Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lott. This is my channel about bullet journaling and goal setting in a very messy, minimalist way, as you can see. So in this video, I will show you how I do my weekly spread, my habit tracker, my to-do list, also weekly tasks and goals for the first quarter and the first half of 2024. So one of the things I want to work on either fighting or dealing with this year is uncertainty, because this is the number one reason why I procrastinate. Most of my procrastination comes because I'm not sure of the first steps I need to take. If I'm making a decision, I'm not sure what would be the best decision, and I'll sit there and research and figure things out. Usually it only takes me about 20 to 30 minutes to make a video, but I'll spend the whole morning on my off day just goofing around, just thinking about what I'm going to do and preparing for everything and setting up my camera. It's just because I'm not 100% certain about what I'm going to say. Like even in this moment, I'm not certain. I have started to prepare a little bit more instead of just saying, oh, I'm just going to say whatever. I do spend a little bit more time thinking about what I'm going to say, how the video is going to be structured, things like that. And that has helped me so much. But just realizing that it's never going to be perfect. I'm never going to have a perfect plan for things. So just being able to at least think of the first step that I'm going to do, and then go from there. What is the next step? What is the next step after that? For you and me, what I would like all of us to do is ask ourselves, why have I been procrastinating on this project? Or why have I been procrastinating on maybe purchasing something that I need to purchase? Or why have I spent so much time thinking about this thing and agonizing about this thing versus just doing the thing and getting it done? Is it because I'm just not certain of the first step? Am I not certain about what decision I'm making, if it's the best decision? Just do a little bit of research and a little bit of planning and make that first step. It may not be the perfect step. You may have to backtrack and you may have to make another decision and fix what you did. But the important thing is just to start, and you can figure it out from there. So that is what I would like all of us collectively to work on. And that is why that's the word of the week. So, yeah. But anyway, let's get started with our weekly spread. First, we need a pen. I have my calendar stamp book. I also have a highlighter. That's all I'm going to use. And then wait, I lied. Where is my correction tape? Where would I be without it? There we go. So I also have that. Let's get started. February 19th through the 25th. All right, it's cold in here. My handwriting will probably not be that great because I'm just trying to stay warm with my hands. Oops, already. Damn. So on an ideal day, I would be doing all of these things, but that almost never happens, but that's okay. I do my best. I try to get at least 80% of these things done over the course of a day. And if I don't do all of them, I don't beat myself up over it, or it's not the end of the world, but I do try. So first thing I do a morning check-in. So that is essentially just looking at my journal, looking at goals, reading goals aloud, which is also an item here, and just making sure that I am prepared for the day. And then, read the goals aloud. Then after that, I switch to my other journal that I have. It's a much larger journal. It allows for drawing and mental space, I guess, and I just do a brain dump. Then next I have Spanish lessons. This is new, checking in with my boss, quote unquote. This is not the actual boss who pays me. This is not the boss that I work for 8 hours a day. This is part of a monthly subscription membership that I purchased I want to say mid-December of last year. I think I started right after Christmas. It's called Boss as a Service. And basically it's just a way for me to have more accountability as I'm going through my day. Any friends and family that I have around, they're going to be too nice to me, maybe, or they will flake out themselves. So I can't just say like, oh, I'm going to do this thing. Let's check in together every day. Like, I don't have anyone in my life that I can do that with. So I said, hey, I need a point person. I need someone who I can check in with and just make sure that I am on task for the day. So Boss as a Service, I will talk more about this in my next video. I'm going to be a little more consistent with the check-ins with this service because I have been slacking a little bit. So I want to have a set time that I say, hey, I'm going to do my daily tasks. This is what I'm going to do this day. And then in the PM, I'm going to say, hey, I have done these things. Next, I had writing time here, but just thinking about priorities and thinking about what is most important for this year, what is most important is that I get a better paying job, and that will help everything else fall into place, I think. So with that, I need to spend more time on LinkedIn. So this last week I had 3 post-its, and then I immediately realized that that's silly because I only live in a 2-bedroom apartment. So it is down to 1 post-it now. I take a post-it note and I just write down my 3 to-do list tasks for the day on the post-it note. Also write down any appointments I might have, and I find a place to put that post-it somewhere in the apartment. And so far the best places have been either the bathroom mirror or on the door of the microwave, because the microwave is pretty much the first thing you see when you walk into my kitchen. So that's a good place to put it. But I needed something that was separate from my journal because I don't carry my journal everywhere in the apartment, and sometimes I'll just sit and watch TV and then I go to bed and I realize that I have not done half the things on my to-do list, and I had the time, it's just I forgot. I literally just, it's out of sight, out of mind. So I said, okay, I need a separate place where I also look at my tasks, and that way just kind of I can see them more than once, more than just looking at my journal. It has helped me get to still not doing all my to-dos, but doing more of the things on my to-do list. Next, exercise. That is just a very light 30-minute exercise with my mom. This is around 8 in the morning, and sometime in the early morning, afternoon, I will check in with the boss once again, and then later in the evening I just want to have a cutoff time for phone. And so I'm not just scrolling through my phone all night. So I will say no phone after 8 p.m. 8 o'clock right now is a good cutoff point for me. And then I try to read or do something else until bedtime. 9:30 p.m. is when I want to be shut in my bedroom. And then I do my vitamins and to-do list while I'm sitting in the bed before I go to sleep. I'll put the days of the week. I didn't leave myself much space to do that, but that's all right. All right, let's make this to-do list. This is the left-hand side of my weekly spread. So I have the days of the week. I have my to-do squares here, and I love just checking each thing off as I do them. And I went ahead and looked at my monthly calendar, which is hanging on my wall, and I saw that this week is laundry week. I do schedule laundry, so I went ahead and put that for Monday. And then off to the sides here, these are just different events, things that I have planned on my calendar. So I went ahead and just filled those in, and then I leave myself a space for next week. And then, so I haven't migrated everything over yet because last week I did write some things that I want to do this week. So I will do that, and that's how I get the week started in my to-do list. Okay, so this is the completed right-hand side of my weekly spread, and this top section here is my weekly tasks. So these are things that I want to do every week or every other week, and this first one is new in an effort to improve relationship and communications with my mother, whom I live with. I decided to set aside some time to just discuss my schedule with her. And one reason that we bicker is because I'm not as communicative about my schedule or changes to my schedule, and so that leads to issues. And I'm sure, you know, she is a consistent person. She likes to know what's going on, of course. Sometimes I'll think of something at the last minute and she'll be like, you didn't tell me about this. You didn't tell me you had this doctor's appointment, or you didn't tell me you had to go here. And I'll be like, yeah, I did. And sometimes in the back of my mind, I'm like, but did I tell her about that though? I'm not 100% sure. I want to avoid that by saying, hey, I'm going to set aside a time and just go through what I have going on for that week in advance, and then that way I know that I told her. And then, you know, if down the line, if it comes up and she forgets that I told her, I can say, no, I told you on this day about this thing that was coming up on Friday. So yeah, that's basically it. And then next I have my weekly spread video, the video that you are watching. So after this video is published and released on YouTube, I will cross this off. Wednesday video, that's an every other week task to have that published. So I already did my first one. My next one is coming up this coming Wednesday, the 21st. Next, I do a financial review of all my checking accounts and just make sure everything's okay, make sure my bills are good. Boom. On Thursdays, I do a Spanish review and just go over some of the lessons that I've done in the past and just refresh and make sure that I understand what's going on. Next, on Sundays, I do a weekly review. So in the journal, I have a page and I just say what went well, what didn't go so well. Next section is my goals for the first quarter of this year, and my deadline is March 31st. I completed a goal in order to get credit card reward points. I had to spend $4,000 in the first 3 months, and it only took me 1 month to do that. And so now I have 60,000 points on my card, and I can go somewhere. Actually, I have more than that now. I have like 72,000 points, and I can take a trip or whatever. Next, I will complete my intermediate Spanish bundle of lessons that I'm working on, and I will go through all of the review lessons. Next is to get a physical. Almost completed that one. Yesterday I went to the doctor. I did what's called a new patient visit, which is kind of bullshit, to be honest, but basically it was just to go and fill out paperwork and kind of do a meet and greet with the doctor, I guess. And they did draw blood, so I guess I will be discussing the results with the doctor. So they made another appointment, and that's going to be my actual physical, and that will be in the middle of March. So it's coming, so I will have this goal accomplished by end of March. This goal is new. It used to be just get a job. Just get a job. Get a new job. Hopefully one that pays better than what you currently have and all of that. But as time went on, I thought about it, and it's like getting the job itself is not entirely under my control. all I can do is simply apply for the jobs, make sure that everything that I'm presenting my best self to these potential employers, do well in my interviews, all of that. But I can't control whether they actually give me the job. But I can put what I'm going to do on LinkedIn, which sucks because I really don't like LinkedIn all that much. I mean, just the whole thing feels kind of fake to me, you know, just like I have to basically go to people's profiles and find little things that we have in common, and then I'll write to them and say, hi, my name is Alicia. Oh, you went to that university? I went to that university. Oh my gosh, you like this? I like that as well. Let's connect. So that is not something that comes naturally to me, and it feels very forced, but I'm going to do it. So this is my goal, is to send connection requests to 60 people on LinkedIn. And that means I have to do, between now and the end of March, I have to do about 10 a week. So that means I have to do 2 per day, 5 days a week. That's going to kill me. But yeah, basically just sending a message and just connecting with people and increasing the number of people I'm connected to on LinkedIn. Yeah. So I really will want that massage after I do all of this. Then I have my goals for January through June. Publish 38 long form videos on YouTube. And the way I broke that down is I said, well, I'm doing one a week. And then I also want to do one every other week on Wednesdays. So that's 36. And then I wanted, for some reason, because I'm a masochist, I wanted to do 2 more videos on top of that. Just to make it 38. I don't know why. I have $10,000 in my investment account, complete 2 physical health exams, and then I will finish intermediate and advanced Spanish and review. The last one is to not purchase any online courses or memberships until July 1st because I have a problem with that. So I want to nip that in the bud. At least until July, and then all hell breaks loose. I don't know. So that's my weekly spread. I wanted to show you. I have it all drawn out already for Sunday. This is what my week in review page looks like. So yes, I have what went well, what didn't go so well. And then at the bottom, I put a quote. Note that you can start late, look different, be uncertain, and still succeed. So isn't that beautiful? You don't always have to have everything perfect and planned out, but as long as you start, as long as you get started, and as long as you keep tweaking and making strides, you can still succeed. This is my weekly spread. This is what keeps me on task for the coming week. And I'm so glad that you joined me. And I hope that you like this video if you liked it. And I hope that you subscribe. This is my weekly spread video that I do every Sunday. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And upside down wave goodbye.